In this video you see, step by step, how to form an LLC in Connecticut yourself, directly on the official state portal. The state filing fee is $120, and the whole process takes about 15 minutes. No formation service required. Connecticut runs its business filings through the online portal at business.ct.gov. Unlike some states, this one needs an account, so create a free login or sign in before you start. Once you are in, choose to register a business, and the wizard opens with its first question, the business type. Domestic means a company formed here in Connecticut, and foreign means one that already exists in another state and only wants to operate here. You are creating a brand new Connecticut company, so choose domestic and continue. Next, the portal asks for your legal structure and lists the common Connecticut entity types, each with a short description. A limited liability company, an LLC, is the one most small businesses choose, because it keeps your personal assets separate from the company while staying simple to run. Select limited liability company and move on. Before the name itself, Connecticut asks whether you already reserved a business name. Name reservation is an optional extra step some people take, for a fee, to hold a name while they get ready to file. If you did not do that, and most people forming right away did not, answer no. That simply lets you type your name on the very next screen. Now type your company name. Connecticut law requires the name to end with a proper designator, so it must include limited liability company or one of the accepted short forms, LLC or L.L.C. The name also has to be distinguishable from every company already on the Connecticut register, so it is worth searching the state's business records first to make sure yours is free. In this walkthrough, the example company is Juniper Crest Ventures LLC. Connecticut asks for a business email address. This is the address the state ties to your filing, and it is where notices about your company and reminders about your annual report will go. Use an address you will keep checking for years, not one you will abandon once the company is set up. Enter it and continue. Next comes the NAICS code, a standard classification of what your business actually does. Do not overthink it. Type a plain keyword that describes your work, consulting in this example, and the portal shows matching categories. Pick the one that fits best. It is only a classification for statistics and does not limit what your company is allowed to do later. Connecticut then shows a short business category survey. These are optional questions about ownership, for the state's own statistics, and they do not affect whether your LLC is approved. You are free to answer them, but you do not have to. Selecting none of the above is a perfectly valid choice that lets you move straight on. Now the business address. This is your principal office, the main place your company operates from, and Connecticut keeps it on the public record. Enter a real street address, set the state, and if your mailing address is the same, you can tick the box to copy it instead of typing it twice. A post office box on its own is not enough for the principal office. The example here uses an address in Hartford. This is the most important choice on the whole form, the registered agent. The agent is the official contact who receives legal papers for your company, and Connecticut requires that agent to have a real, physical Connecticut address. The portal lets you name either an individual or a business. If you live outside Connecticut, and especially if you are forming this company from another country, you will almost always hire a commercial registered agent service rather than name a private person. So choose business, search the Connecticut register for the agent service you have hired, and select it from the results. Pick the record with a genuine Connecticut address and an active status. The example uses a real commercial agent, so the address is correct. You would put your own agent service here. After the agent comes the principal. A principal is a person with authority in the company, which for an LLC means a member or a manager. This is where you, the founder, go in as an individual, not as the agent company. Enter your name, give yourself a title such as member, and add an email. Connecticut also wants an address for the principal. You can reuse the business address, and there is a good cause option that lets you keep your private home address off the public record when disclosing it would put your personal safety at risk. The example adds Alex's example as a member. The next screen offers to attach additional documentation. For a straightforward LLC formation, you almost never need anything here, so most filers leave it empty and simply continue. If your situation genuinely calls for a supporting document, this is where it would go, but a standard company does not require one. The last screen is the review, and it is where this walkthrough stops on purpose. Connecticut lays out everything you entered: your name, your address, your agent, and your principal, each with an edit link so you can fix a mistake before it becomes official. Read every line now, because correcting a filed document later means a separate amendment and another fee. Below the summary is an acknowledgement you must tick, a signature, and then a Proceed to Payment button, where the state filing fee of $120 is paid by card. We stop before any of that. Nothing is certified, signed, filed, or charged until you complete that final payment screen yourself. Once you do, your Connecticut LLC exists. That was the complete filing. Connecticut then asks every LLC for an annual report. The fee is $80, and it is due each year between January 1st and March 31st. If you let it lapse, the state can move your company into a not in good standing status and eventually dissolve it. For free templates, your operating agreement, EIN guidance, and optional services, visit FreeLLC.us. The link is in the description.